This is a really good video. I know it's an oldie, but it's an oldie but goodie. So I don't think a whole lot of people have seen this, even though it's got 3.8 million views. It's been around for 7 years. But let's learn something from it. This is Gavin Saim from the Gavin Saim channel. And he is basically trying to hold his public servants accountable in Soap Lake City, not Salt Lake City. It's called Soap Lake City, Washington. And there's a rule in Soap Lake, Washington called RCW 46.08.065. And that is that no public, as a matter of fact, I have it up right here. Here's basically what it says. I'm not going to read all of it, but the gist of it is that it's unlawful for any public officer having charge of any vehicle owned or controlled by any county, city, town, or public body in this state or other states of Washington and used in public business to operate the same upon the public highways of this state unless and until there shall be displayed upon such automobile or other motor vehicles in letters of contrasting color, not less than 1 1/4 inches in height, in a conspicuous place on the right and left sides thereof, and the name of the county, city, town, or other public body, together with the name of the department or office. So in other words, it can't be, if you're going to use this vehicle on the roadways, any roadways in this state, it has to be conspicuously marked. And it is illegal for you public servants who are law enforcement officers to drive around in an unmarked vehicle. So that's what Gavin is doing here, is he's holding these public servants accountable for their own law. We're going to watch just a little bit of this. I'm not going to run through this whole video, but there are two elements I want to show you of this. Number one, it's rules for thee and not for me on the part of the public servants, because they gladly break their law while they would give you a citation if you broke a similar law, and they do. So this Gavin confronts this guy. He runs away twice, catches him to where he's going at a public building, puts his foot in the door, and the cop won't let him in because the cop doesn't want to deal with the fact that, yes, indeed, this cop is a lawbreaker. Let's listen to this. This is so psychologically fascinating to me.
Can I help you with Gavin?
How's it going?
Good.
Good. Are you state patrol or? Oh, you're Soap. This is a Soap Lake car now.
Soap Lake Police.
I'm just looking where the identifier was to indicate, sir.
Drives off. Look at that.
Stop.
Now, what if a cop stopped you and said, hey, you've broken this violation, you've broken this city code, you've broken this law, and you drive away? What's going to happen to you? Well, Gavin gets in his car and he chases this guy down again. I'm going to go fast forward this. So he chases him down and catches him again.
And just nicely. This is Soap Lake Police. He's just running away. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I missed it. He caught him again, and then the guy drove away again.
And I asked him a question. So we're gonna go over and just nicely.
Yeah, look, he drives off again.
This is Soap Lake Police.
Okay,
He's just running away.
Okay, so he follows him, and this is what happens.
Do you guys have the marking on the car that indicates?
Okay, Gavin, just so you know, you're being audio video recorded.
Absolutely, no problem. What's your name?
Now twice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do an investigation and you interrupted me on it.
How about we talk about you?
No,
Let's talk about this.
I'm telling you.
How does it make you feel?
My investigation.
What investigation?
He's lying. He's not in the middle of an investigation right now. He clearly ran from Gavin when Gavin wanted to hold his feet to the fire about this RCW that explicitly says you can't drive around in a vehicle that is unmarked. So this guy's trying to make up everything that he possibly can to get Gavin off his back, but it's not going to work.
Wait a minute, you were done talking to those young men?
No. Did you see them walking up here? I'm trying to get confidential informants
So-
to talk to me, and you keep interrupting.
Maybe
that.
if you hadn't ran away when I asked you a question, it wouldn't have been a problem.
You're going to be interrupting my investigation, okay?
Actually,
you're obstructing my investigation.
You're going to be in trouble for trying to get me in trouble. You're going to be in trouble even though you didn't break a law, and I did, but I don't want to talk about that because rules for me and thee and not for me.
Let's quit playing games with me, Ryan.
You can leave.
Answer. Okay, why are you guys not in compliance?
Can I go in my police-
You can answer my question.
Can I go in the police department?
Can you answer the question?
No.
Where's the chief?
He is here on Monday through Wednesday.
Why are you in violation of state law? Well, you guys are not supposed to have a completely unmarked car. It's a safety issue because...
Exempt plates.
No. Are you familiar with Washington state law?
So I'm going to shut the door.
RCW 4608.065. We can go in here and talk about it. It's cool.
You cannot come in here. This is restricted.
Whoa there.
This is restricted.
Where's the safe?
You can't come in here, Gavin. This is my safe space. I don't want to answer to you, even though you pay my salary.
Restricted.
This is restricted. Is this open to the public? No, it is not.
Is it a public building?
Sure.
Can you just answer why we... Just tell me why it's not marked.
Talk to the chief on Monday.
You tell me why it's not marked.
Talk to the chief on Monday. Sir, please move your foot.
What happens if I don't?
Move your foot, sir.
Is this a public building?
I'm going to ask you, please. No, the in here is not a public.
Okay, let's make an agreement. I'm going to ask you, please, if you just tell me why it's not marked. Is there a reason it's not
Talk
marked?
to the chief. He makes.
Do you understand that there's a state law that says it has to be marked?
He understands that and he makes a decision.
He understands that there's a state law about it, but you guys aren't in compliance with it.
I don't speak for him.
How does it make you feel that you guys aren't in compliance with the law? Does that bother you?
Look at him. He can't answer.
Can you move your foot, please, sir?
Does that bother you? How does that make you feel?
One last time, and then I'm going to escort you off the premises.
Okay, I just want an answer to my question.
This is a restricted area.
I'm not in that area.
If you have police business, this you can conduct.
Do you realize how unprofessional it is that you ran away from me when I walked up to you?
I can talk to you at the
When
window.
I walked up to you to ask a question, had you
It's
answered?
not just unprofessional, it's childish. This guy is driving around against their own policy, their ordinances, their own laws, knowing full well that if any member of the community had violate some kind of law like that, he would be after them and would not let them go. And if they tried to get away, he would run them down, he would tase them, he would handcuff them, he would kidnap them, and he'd throw them into a cage. That's why this is so important. Because hypocrisy is run amok, not just in this town. This just exemplifies what's going on all over the place.
Answered my question back at the grocery store,
Gavin,
we wouldn't have had an issue.
Can we talk to the window?
If you come out here, I'm not going to have you running away.
Okay.
You're trying to run away.
I'll talk to you at the window.
You come out here with
I'll
me.
talk to you at the window.
I'll talk to you at the window.
There.
I'll talk to you at the window, and he's not going to talk to him at the window.
All right, guys. Well, there's no point in continuing to fight with him about it. They're clearly in compliance. They've admitted that they're not in compliance. Uh-oh, the troops are coming in. Let's see if this one's marked. Does this one say... Wow, this one's not marked either. Come on. Sir. Yeah, your vehicle, are you aware that it's not marked as a patrol car?
Thank you.
Are you aware of that?
Thank you.
Are you aware?
What happened to the few bad apples? It's the same thing with this guy. If they're not going to be willing to be held accountable for this, how about all the other real criminal activity that they're involved in? Will they not be held accountable for?
That according to Washington state law, you guys need to have it marked.
This is just a small indicator of a deeper issue with these individuals. Remember, these guys in uniforms, they're human beings. But what happens when they put on their uniform? What happens when they put on the badge? What happens when they put on that utility belt and then get into that government-funded cruiser? They think they got more power than the rest of us to do things that the rest of us can't do. And they know that when they do the things that the rest of us can't do, they're not going to get in trouble for it.
Look, he's in the mayor parking only. I guess if you're a police officer, that doesn't count. Wow. And it's actually concerned me a couple times because I've seen they got these fancy new cars. We're talking a little tiny podunk little town, guys. And they got these new rigs all of a sudden, no markings. In the RCW, it's very clear.
Okay, now here's the part that I wanted to show you. He's gonna corner this cop again. He's gonna knock on his window. The cop, of course, is not gonna respond. And then members from the community are going to come and interject themselves into this situation and defend the cop, not knowing their own rights. And this pinpoints the real problem with America and really around the world. It's not tyrants who want to rule. It's the servants, the slaves who want to be ruled. And this is going to be a perfect example of that.
Officer Cox, roll down your window, please. At least enough so I can speak. I'm knocking, but no one's answering, guys. Hello? Anybody home? My knuckles are gonna get sore here. This is crazy. I'm trying to just...
What's crazy is this cop is actually going to be sitting there hiding behind the tent, acting like a child, not allowing himself to be confronted for being a code or rule or law violator.
Maybe you won't run away this time. I think this is the appropriate way to knock on a window.
Unbelievable.
It's the only way I know how. Officer!
Unbelievable.
Officer! Well, I can't try all day, can I? We tried. Trying to get some questions answered.
And here we go. Here goes the troops. Here go the defenders of the police. The quintessential bootlickers have arrived.
You ain't gonna get no questions from him.
Well, he should. He works for us.
He works for us, not you.
No, he swore an oath to the Constitution. He works for everybody.
This is harassment right here, you know? This is a fucking...
No, he's in violation. Are you familiar with Washington State law?
Yes, I am.
RCW 4608.065. The reason I was questioning, and it wouldn't have been an issue if he ran away from me when I was down at the store.
Yeah, because you keep
Just
harassing
no.
Are you recording?
Absolutely, yeah. He ran away when I was down at the store.
I look at these guys' faces and you know what I think of? Those who desire to be ignorant and free desire what never was and what never shall be. As long as you're ignorant, you will always be a slave.
And
because he doesn't have to answer any of it.
Oh, absolutely. He answers to we the people, and he answers to the law and to the Constitution.
He's just an officer. He's just doing his job. And
no.
Fucking come over here and harass him, man.
You guys are going to embarrass yourselves here. If you don't.
I'm not embarrassed ourselves.
What's your name?
Fucking well-known. I'm not telling you my name.
That's cool. No, you have that right. That's fine. My name's Gavin, by the way.
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
I don't care what you.
And you guys are private citizens. I wouldn't have confronted you. He's not a private citizen. He works for me. He works for you.
He doesn't work for you.
Absolutely, he does. He works for everybody.
He doesn't work for you.
He works for you. Like, honestly.
Yeah. Does he? Do you pay him?
Honestly, like,
do you pay him to?
Oh, absolutely. I pay him. I pay him with my taxes. Yeah.
That's okay.
With your taxes.
We pay him with our taxes too.
Absolutely.
But you know what? He keeps us citizens safe.
Safety is not breaking the law.
Safety is not your concern, probably, what you're going to say, huh?
No, safety is not breaking the law. Safety is following the Constitution. It's following the law, and it's following...
What law is he breaking?
Do you want to give me a chance to tell you about it?
No, because this is fucking harassment. This is my friend here.
That's okay. I don't... If it's your friend, you should be challenging him on the fact that he's disrespecting the people.
You're disrespecting people coming out here with your fucking camera, man. Yeah,
call it what you will. That's okay. No, I'm fine. I was recording him. I wasn't out here to record you guys.
Why don't you get in your fucking car and get out of here? Why can't you get in your car and get out of here and leave people alone? It's because of you people, we fucking have such problems in this town.
Whoa.
It's actually the exact reverse. It's because of people like this who display a mentality like they displayed. That's what's wrong with America. Like I said, it's not because tyrants are out there and they want to rule. It's because slaves are out there wanting the tyrants to rule them.
Whoa, because of what people?
Because of you.
Because of me.
Your kind of people.
Do you know the Constitution? Do you respect the Constitution?
I don't know the Constitution. You know,
let me give you a copy.
I don't want the fucking copy, bro.
Don't you know this is your liberty, guys?
You know what?
How old are you?
I know they don't. Age.
That's okay.
Our name,
that's okay.
Where we're from or anything. If you're gonna make if you want to make it more okay.
This Constitution right here, guys.
I don't care about your fucking Constitution in your hand, man.
Fuck the Constitution. Fuck it.
Well,
That's it. There you go. That says it all. That right there, if you wanted to find out what the problem was in America, that mentality is what's wrong with America. That's how we go down. That's how we bow down to the banksters. That's the mentality that gets us to the polling place every 2 years during midterms and every 4 years during the presidential election. That's it right there. That solidifies it. That's why we have an IRS. That's why we have to sit down and do our taxes. That's why we have an ATF. That's why David Koresh and the Branch Davidians got burned alive, including 20 children. That's why the Randy Weavers of this world got his wife got gunned down, his kid got gunned down, and they shot his dog. That's why. That's why we go off to war, because of ignorance like this. I don't care about the Constitution. I don't care what the law says. I don't care that they're the lawbreakers. That's my friend, and we're going to defend him no matter what happens.
Sorry you feel that way, but
Why don't you just like take
you know what?
Take a shit, wipe it.
I don't care if you guys like it or not. It's the law, and it will be followed in this country.
Okay, well, you know what? You can follow your ass in your car and get the fuck out of here because you're just causing problems.
Okay, move on, guys.
No, we're not going to move on. This is fucked up what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think you are?
So the officer's like, oh, good. Thanks for running interference for me. Now I can drive away the third time as a lawbreaker.
I'm asking questions of my police. All right.
This ain't your police, man. You're fucking harassing them.
No, I have a business in this
I
area.
have a business right here confronting you about bullshit.
Okay. Sorry, guys. It's not BS. I'm just asking that the
It
law
is
be followed.
BS.
Me and Ryan.
Kids are like, don't confuse me with the facts. Don't confuse me with freedom and liberty and talk about the Constitution. You can wipe your tail section with that. You need to get out of here because you're offending this guy. You're harassing this guy.
And would have had a polite conversation if he had not run away.
No,
You and Ryan-
we fucking heard you, man.
Yeah, you're
we heard
fucking-
you.
Yeah.
You're
Knock, knock,
harassing
knock.
him.
That's
Anybody
because
home?
he
Anybody home?
continually ignored me, guys. He was running away. You guys have a good day, all right? Have a good day.
Fuck off.
All right, you guys have a good day. Man, it's a shame that people don't understand how important their liberty is, guys. And think about this. Look at this. This is what we're getting. If people don't understand that we have to hold government accountable, that liberty matters, and that they have to follow the law, we're toast. That's all.
And it's not even so much that. I think that I think I know where Gavin stands on this. It's not about following the law. It's about not being hypocrites. It's about coming up with just rules for society. See, it's really neither here nor there that a cop has his car marked or whatever. Although there is a danger to that. What if somebody pulls you over in an unmarked vehicle? How are you going to know they're a cop or not? How do you know that you really should be pulling over or not? I mean, it's dangerous enough as it is if it is a real cop, and your life can be in jeopardy, but your life can similarly be in jeopardy if it's a guy who claims he's a cop. And he claims he's going to be giving you a ticket. And he claims, hey, I'm taking you to the police station, when he's really taking you to his basement. You know, I mean, the bottom line and the final result, when you go to a jail, you go to a rape cage. So really, what's the difference? But I can completely understand why they would have that kind of law, because people would be alarmed if they got pulled over by a cruiser that was unmarked. And how are they going to be able to distinguish if that's a civilian's SUV or if it's a cop's SUV? So I understand that kind of stuff. And really, laws are nothing more than the opinions of politicians backed by the threat of force. And there are rules to society that are just, and they're consistent, and they have nothing to do with taking away individual liberties or having politicians and police officers reach into your pocket and economically terrorize you.
We're toast. Was it rude? Was it disrespectful for me to knock on the officer's window after he ran away, after I had to chase him down to get a question, after he acknowledged that he was in violation of Washington state law, yet refused to answer any questions as to why, after he tried to slam the door on my foot, after he said he would come to the window and talk to me and refused, after the other officer ignored me and blatantly walked away from me? He came out and get in his car. This is lawlessness, and it's time we started demanding respect.
So what I'll do is I'll leave Gavin's link in the pinned comment or the description or both, and you can watch the rest of this. It's actually a 14-minute video. He does a really good job, and I think he left America, and I think he's now down in Mexico. But this, just to reiterate, this highlights the fact that it's rules for thee and not for me when you're talking about a cop who believes he has qualified immunity and he has rights that the rest of us don't have. And so he can break the laws, but you can't. And then the second thing, but the bigger picture here is that these kids would come out and say, I don't give a damn about my rights. I don't give a damn about the Constitution. You're harassing this cop. He's not a public servant. Do you pay his paycheck? And they don't care about reason. They don't care about facts. They don't care about logic. And they definitely don't give a damn about liberty. And if you ever wanted to look into the faces of people who want to be ignorant and free, there you go right there. If you wanted to gaze into the face of people who are the problem with America, problems that could easily be solved if we sensitized ourselves to what was going on, if we increased our knowledge base, because knowledge is power. If you wanted to look into the faces of people who are truly, truly ignorant and are the slaves who are demanding the chains of their own oppression, look no further than these guys right here. And it's sad to say, maybe, this video was done back in 2015, so a little over 7 years ago, almost 7.5 years ago now. Maybe they've changed. Maybe they saw this video later when it was posted, got ashamed of their ignorance, and they sensitized themselves to what's actually going on. Maybe they're champions for the cause of liberty now. I hope so. That's why, it's not the majority who will prevail, but the irate and tireless minority who are keen on setting brush fires of freedom in the minds of men. That's why channels like this one are so important. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your support. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video. Subscribe for more tyranny busting content.